Hello, and welcome to James Loz's Express Lane, where we get you out as fast as possible, bringing you a special college football update. Holy crap, with Alabama losing, I don't know how they get back. With Clemson ahead of them, and Georgia right behind them, if Clemson loses to Georgia, Georgia obviously leapfrogs into the top four. If Clemson wins, then obviously Clemson stays. Now, what could happen is Wisconsin could lose to Ohio, and Wisconsin drops out, and then Ohio, I don't think it would jump from 8 to 4. I think Alabama would move up from 5th to 4th. That's the only way I see Alabama getting in. Don't let Ohio State in. Even if Ohio State, here's a crazy thing. Last year, Ohio State didn't win anything. They didn't win their division. They didn't win their conference. They still got to go to the playoffs. This year, they could not only did they win the division, they could win their conference and then not make it because they're 8 and they have all those. They have like 2 losses. Like what the? How is it that last year they don't win anything? They got in. This year they could actually win everything and then still not get in. Terrible. So this is what I don't like about another thing about college. Like, well, let's say Georgia does win, but they win by like last second field goal to win by a single point. The college committee be like, yeah, they won, but it was last second field goal, so we'll drop Clemson out and move Alabama up one to be in the top 4. Because in college, a win is not a win, a loss is not a loss. Yeah, you won, but you won by a last second field goal, so we're going to drop you 3 spots because the 3 teams behind you won, but they won by a wide margin. You lost, but you only lost by a last second field goal, so instead of dropping you 10 spots if you had lost big, we'll drop you 3 spots because you lost by a last second field goal. It's like, what the hell kind of system is that? Congratulations, you won. You dropped 5 spots. Congratulations, you lost by a last second field goal. The 2 teams ahead of you got blown out, so we're going to move you up 2 spots. We're not going to drop you at all. You're going to move up 2 spots. It makes no sense. And obviously, like last year with Ohio State getting in, even though they clearly didn't deserve it, was all about the money. What teams are going to get us the most money? Yeah, this team went undefeated and won the conference and all that, but Ohio State has 5 losses, but they're Ohio State. We're going to put them in anyways. All right, it wasn't that bad, but it was still bad enough that they didn't win anything they got in. This is why I'm not a big fan of college football, because a win is not a win, a loss is not a loss. It doesn't matter if you won. What is it? Like UCF is undefeated? Like, what? They're undefeated. They're not even in the top 10 last I saw. Like, how is an undefeated team not in the top 10, but you have 3 losses teams in the top 10? 2 loss teams in the top 10. All these, like, they have no losses. I mean, yeah, well, it's UCF. It's like, well, that's great, but they should still be at least in the top 10. They're undefeated. What was a few years ago when Boise State and TCU went undefeated and neither of them made it to the championship game? The championship game should have been those, and actually they did play against each other and Boise State won, but that should have been considered the championship game because neither of them had a single loss. While the teams that went ahead of them into the championship game both had losses. Screw college football. I do root for a team, but it makes no sense. Congratulations, you won. You're out of top 25. Congratulations, you lost. You're in the top 25. What? Why? Because you'll make us more money than that team will. Screw you guys. Even better, don't you dare pay the players. Oh no, a fan gave him a pair of shoes? Well, that whole team suspended. This happened 8 years ago. The guy retired from the NFL already. Doesn't matter. He got a pair of shoes 8 years ago. Your entire team suspended for the next 3 years. And every single one you've had the past 8 years stripped. He didn't play on any of those teams. Only played on the... Doesn't matter. He got a pair of shoes. Now we're going to go back and count our billions and billions and billions of dollars we made off that player's name. Like that player gets to go to the commissary. Oh, wow, there's my jersey. Oh, it's $89.99. I don't have that money because I'm a college player. I can't get paid. No one is allowed to pay me. If I get a part-time job, I get kicked off the team because you can't get paid. No money allowed to go to players. But they get free education. Yeah, the number one education for a college player is what? Underwater basket weaving? Maybe power walking? Bowling? Now, yes, like the Harvard Army, like, yeah, right, they're going to playing football, whatever, but to pay for college and stuff, they're not going there because they're going to go to the NFL. At least not all of them, anyways. But You get the ones from like Ohio State, Michigan, stuff like that. It's like, what's his major? His major's in power walking. His major's in bowling. He's not going there for the free education. Stupid. Screw college. That's why I avoided it so long. Anyways, as always, like, subscribe, comment below, and have a wonderful day.